Kulubinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tawenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news, rugby continues to strive to put Fiji on world map. Removal of material containing asbestos begins. And Fijian craft licenses for 51 women.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Playing 3 Tier 1 nations in as many weeks has been the first for the Vodafone Flying Fijians, but it hasn't been easy in terms of finance. It's cost the Fiji Rugby Union more than $2 million, made possible by the government and generous sponsors. Rohit Deo with the story.
Fiji will once again be showed to millions around the world through the Vodafone Flying Fijians versus Italy match tomorrow in Suva.
It's fantastic for the team in terms of high-level competition, but it's great for our sponsors because the broadcast reach is going to the world. We're exposing not only the Flying Fijians and our sponsors, but we're exposing the country to a global television platform that's massive.
Playing Tier 1 nations is not a cheap exercise for the Fiji Rugby Union, but the returns to the country is massive. These come directly from the money spent here in the form of a global advertisement of Fiji to the world.
And then the money that comes into our economy from the people who are coming here, the players, the officials, the fans, the television commentary people and so on, is all adding to the local economy, so that's great. And our sponsors are getting value for the money that they invest in our team.
FRU Chief Executive John O'Connor says to promote the country, they need to have the support of all stakeholders.
Hosting of test matches in Fiji and Tier 1 teams are quite expensive. There's cost components that are borne by World Rugby and others are borne by Fiji Rugby.
O'Connor has also called on fans to come out in numbers in support of the home team. According to FRU, response of fans tomorrow could provide a gateway for bigger teams wanting to play the Flying Fijians in Fiji, even though the cost will be a major factor. Rohit Deo, FBC News.
The removal process for the building materials found containing asbestos at the Suva Civic Centre has begun. The work began yesterday after the Employment Ministry accepted the action plan from the Suva City Council this week. Akusita Tale has more.
A specialist contracting firm from New Zealand, Contract Environmental, has started work on removing building materials found containing asbestos at the Civic Centre. 2 weeks ago, renovation work at the centre was ceased due to the danger to workers from asbestos, which can cause a deadly lung infection called asbestosis. The entire process will be supervised by the Ministry of Employment to ensure there is no threat to the public. The centre and the immediate vicinity of the Town Hall Road entrance will remain closed throughout the removal process. However, there will be no restrictions on movement in place or directives for the closure of any schools, business houses or public buildings. The ministry will work closely with Contract Environmental, the Department of Environment and the Suva City Council to properly dispose of the materials found to contain asbestos in line with international best practice. The air test will be done by the Pacific Environmental Services on the interior and exterior of the Suva Civic Centre. Tests previously done at the site was reviewed by the World Health Organization and determined that citizens of Suva City aren't likely to face the harmful effects of asbestos fibres. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Jezreel Line of Judah supporters came in large numbers to the Suva High Court as the fourth witness in the rape trial of Pastor Chone Lokanuto gave evidence today. Lokanuto is facing various sexual charges and is accused of raping female members of his own congregation between 2002 and 2015. Shireen Shivan has been following the case.
The fourth witness, who had refused to give evidence yesterday, was instructed by the presiding judge to do so this morning. The witness had raised concern that the accused is related to her husband. While recalling the day of the alleged offence, she told the court that she and her two other friends went to Nandera in Nasinu for prayer. She said Pastor Dokanauto prayed for them and later called them one by one inside the bedroom. The Kanauto then counseled the girls, and the witness alleges he then hugged her and told her to take off her clothes. The witness was emotional while giving the testimony, and her family members were also in tears. A screen was then put up so that she does not have to face the accused. The matter will continue next week. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
More female artisans were given the Fijian crafted licenses today. 51 mat weavers, Marsi designers and other artisans were officially recognized for their hard work by Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum this morning. Pranita Prakash has more.
Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum urged these women not to compromise with the quality of their work.
If you have the certificate, you must make sure that your quality of the product is always the same. Otherwise, people won't value the certificate. And once they don't value the certificate, every other certificate holder's certificate becomes worthless.
These license holders can now display the Fijian crafted logo when they sell their artifacts to differentiate them from generic island-style product imported from overseas.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade also is going to work together with the Ministry of Women to also find markets for you. You know, talk to stores and see if they can give you what we call product placement. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the plan throughout. And I'm glad to say that it's working well.
Lina Duikoro says she wants to market her product throughout Fiji.
At the moment, we do receive orders from one of the Kura vendor. So we're planning to operate small from the start, and then we'll go on bigger.
Out of the 51 recipients, 35 were identified through 13 craft shows held in various divisions. 30 more women have been identified during the 3-day expo who will be issued with similar certificates. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Still to come, court acquits suspended MP. An importance of decertification stressed to farmers. Details after the break.
Nimbula vinaka na yavangunga andi moala rarada ranalika o tikongona tau no singatoka ando talitaka na vakaronga ng Bula FM number 2 na serre.
Ya dora subuni kurnambili. Ibora ni batukara hambara binaranga. Do talitakina na vakaronga ng Bula FM number 2 na serre. Bula!
Bula FM number 2 na serre.
Suspended Member of Parliament Iso Tikova has been acquitted by the Suva Magistrates Court. Tikova was charged with failure to declare his liabilities, contrary to Section 24 of the Political Parties Registration, Conduct, Funding and Disclosures Decree. He was charged in 2015. The 3 assessors in the rape trial of a 36-year-old radio announcer have unanimously found him not guilty. Jay Prasad is charged with 1 count of rape. The alleged offence took place in Samambula, Suva in 2014. Judge Justice Vincent Pereira will give his judgment on Monday. Farmers were today reminded to use appropriate farming techniques to save our land for future generations. Ropate Valeme reports many farmers are not getting the desired yield due to desertification.
Inclusive cooperation to restore and rehabilitate degraded land by conserving our land and contribute towards achieving the overall sustainable development goals.
Desertification is a process by which fertile land becomes desert, typically as a result of drought, deforestation, or inappropriate agriculture. Drasa farmer Sakiasi Tikowale stresses the need for farmers to look after the land.
My advice to farmers: most of us want good life. We all want to earn a lot of money. In the process, many have disturbed the land because we are just thinking about ourselves and the money and not about protecting the land for our future generations in this journey.
Tikowale's farm was used as a model to educate farmers on proper farming facilities. Farmers gathered in Drasa Lotoka to celebrate World Day to combat desertification. Ropate Valeme, FBC News.
Ahead in sports, Jamie has more in the build-up to the Fiji Facts semi-finals, but joining us next is Akosita with business.
Thanks, Jackie.
Good evening. Coming up in business tonight, 1.5 million bonus payout for FEA staff. And in growing Fiji, more facilities for Lautoka Under School. Stay with us.
I'm another Sorokro of Nayabu Wenibuga Televu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back. Leading our business tonight, employees of the Fiji Electricity Authority will each receive a bonus pay of up to $1,500. FEA announced the payout totaling to $1.5 million today. Public Enterprises Minister Aya Said Kayum says this special payout is to recognize the hard work done by the FEA staff during Cyclone Winston.
This special bonus is different from the normal bonus given to staff. This is a one-off based on last year's performance.
The board has decided that because FEA has done well, made a higher level of profit, that FEA will do two things. One of them is what they call, you get an annual bonus, as you know. But they have decided to give you another bonus.
I think it's a good way to recognize employees, especially if you know what they have done during the Cyclone Winston time. There was a major amount of rehabilitation work, a lot of hours of work went into it.
Each employee will receive a total sum between $1,000 and $1,500 after deductions.
Out of it, and we're so thankful to the minister and to the board and to the executive team.
This is the first time I've been in FEA for the last 24 years. This is the first time this kind of bonus has come through, thanks to our chairman.
We're grateful, we are glad. It's something better than nothing, and it's been a surprise to us because we are so used to just receiving our normal appraisal performance.
The bonus payout will be distributed to over 800 staff in 2 weeks' time. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Meanwhile, the FAA will, for the first time in history, make a $20 million dividend payout to the government in August. And Savanada from the HFC Bank joins us with the latest on the currencies market.
Good evening. Let's look at the performance of the three major currencies which are Fijian dollars pegged against. When compared to last week on a 5-day moving average, the US dollar strengthened 0.33% to stand at 0.4749. The Aussie dollar strengthened 0.38% to stand at 0.6265, and the New Zealand dollar also strengthened 0.33% to stand at 0.6522. In terms of our economic calendar, we saw the Japanese yen interest rate decision by the central bank, which stayed at negative 0.1%, and overnight we expect the US building permits and housing stats, both of which are expected to improve. Generally speaking, a high reading for those figures is seen as positive for the US economy and a stronger US dollar. That's a wrap from me, Vinaka Rachel.
Thanks, Save. On to today's exchange rates. The Fijian dollar weakened against the Chinese yuan and the American dollar closing at 3.23 and 47 cents respectively. And closer to home, our dollar went down against Australian dollar closing at 62 cents. The New Zealand dollar and PNG Kina rose to close at 65 and $1.36. Turning to the commodities market, there was a drop across the index as oil prices closed at $44.30 a barrel. Gold closed at $1,254 an ounce and silver dropped closing at $16.77 an ounce. And in growing Fiji, more than 700 students from Lautoka Andhra Sangam School will start using their new library, classroom and art workshop from Monday. This follows the official opening of these facilities with assistance of the Education Ministry. Ropate Valimui has more.
The Lautoka school was severely damaged during Tropical Cyclone Winston. However, this did not deter the school from moving forward.
Apart from 12 schools, all the other schools are owned by members of the community or faith-based groups. They constructed these schools decades back. But because those schools were not owned by government, past governments neglected it and said that, look, it's your school, you should upkeep, maintain.
The government has decided to look after all schools and will provide grants that will be used to enhance learning.
The new workshop, ladies and gentlemen, will provide new facilities and a much improved learning environment for the students.
The principal says students and teachers are excited about the new facilities. Ropa Devaleme, FBC News.
And that's business this evening. Sports is up next. Jamie, so final preparations done for the test match.
Good evening. Yes, I can see that the captain's run is done and the Flying Fijians are ready to take on Italy tomorrow. We'll have the latest from both camps later on, but also coming up, Vola Vola and Murumuri Valu look forward to first match against Italy. And fans gear up for Fiji Fact. This and more after the break.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकु रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टकटाबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट।
Vodafone Flying Fijians coach John McKee and captain Akapusi Ngera are well aware of the threat the Italians will bring to Laucala tomorrow. McKee says the match will be a showcase of two different brands of rugby. Vashnil Prasad reports.
Skipper Akapusi Ngera getting his chance to put his players through the final training run before the match.
We know what Italy will bring to the table. They've got a good forward pack, they've got a good coaching team. And we're expecting a massive challenge from them tomorrow.
Coach John McKee says Fiji will play a fast game in order to counter the Italians, who is expected to use their traditional game plan of using forwards.
They're a very strong mauling team. They play almost the opposite style to us. We want the set play to get the ball cleared quickly and get the ball wide, whereas they want to use their forward power to try to wear us down.
The match against Australia last weekend brought with it lessons, and the side has been working on rectifying weak areas.
Been a focus around our team meetings, our analysis, and in our training to be more clinical and finish off our opportunities. It's not good enough just to dominate possession.
For Ngera, it has been a hard week of preparation and wants to maintain the home winning record against the visitors.
We are working so hard this week to try and get better and even get a good result that everyone can be happy of tomorrow.
It will be the 11th clash between the Flying Fijians and Italy. The Azuris are on top with 5 wins, but our national team will try to keep the home game winning history alive come tomorrow. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Two experienced players in the Flying Fijians will be playing Italy for the first time in their careers tomorrow, and they want to make their first encounter memorable. Fly half Ben Volavola and fullback Kini Murumurivalu will be two key men for coach John McKee against the Italians. Vashnil Prasad has more.
Since making his debut for the Flying Fijians team 2 years ago, Ben Volavola has become a vital member for the side, but facing Italy is another new chapter.
Yeah, it's a new challenge for me personally and for a lot of the squad actually, with newcomers in the squad, and with our senior guys. They've experienced Italy before, and it should be a great moment tomorrow afternoon.
26-year-old Volavola will have a lot to prove tomorrow. The Rebel Super Rugby rep says he will be out to prove himself once again after last week's match against the Wallabies.
Yeah, definitely. We were probably blessed to play the Wallabies first up at a high level. So this week we're just concentrating on ourselves, try to iron things out in attack and also in defence, and hopefully we can put up a quality performance for the crowd tomorrow afternoon.
France-based fullback Kini Murumurivalu says it will be a different matchup than any other he has played in the white jumper.
I think it's first game, first match against Italy, so it's been a good opportunity for me to play against the Italy team tomorrow.
The former Queen Victoria School student believes the young backline will be looking at setting into the match from the opening mark.
We got some good firepower at the backline. We got Tale, and now we got Eroni, and it's new for the back line to work on the combination.
Apart from Volavola and Muri Murivalu, this is also a timely opportunity for other players to perform and impress coach John McKee for future games. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
And we cross live now to Vashnil Prasad once again from the Flying Fijians camp, and he joins us with Fijian centre Chale Vatumbua. Vashnil.
Yes, Jamie, just a night away from the test match we were building towards. It's the Fiji versus Italy match, and here a new kid on the block with the Flying Fijians. Just had his new cap with him, 711 number given to him. Chale, just the presentation done, just is in your hand. How are you feeling your first test home match here in front of your home crowd, and big day for you?
Oh yeah, a very big day. Just not only for me but for the whole team. For me individually, it's a big test. Big game here at home, and yeah, just looking forward to it. Very excited.
Last week you combined with the experienced Albert Vuli in the centres. This time young Nandronga-led Eroni Vasiteri with you. So how are you thinking of combining with him and with your backline?
Well, it doesn't matter who the coaches choose. I think it's more of just trying to get a good combination in the centres. And last week went well with Albert, and coach choice this week to choose me and Eroni in the centres, and yeah, he's a really good player, top class player. And I'm excited, can't wait to get out there with him.
Words on Italy, I believe very powerful forwards they have?
Yeah, powerful forwards. We have powerful forwards as well. It's just gonna be who's more hungry for the win, I guess. So we're gonna play here on our home ground. We have something to protect here at home. We're not gonna let anyone come and bully us around. No.
There you go, the war of words has already begun, and Flying Fijians are ready to take on Italy tomorrow to maintain their unbeaten record here at home. Jamie.
Meanwhile, the Italian rugby team held their final training session at the ANZ Stadium this morning. Captain Francesco Minto says if they want to register their first win on Fijian soil, they will need to make use of every opportunity against the Flying Fijians. He adds while there are a few senior reps missing from the squad, the younger players are more than capable of stepping up to the plate.
A lavorare assieme e provare ad essere una nazionale vincente.
Obviously there are some veterans who are not part of this touring party as they were granted some rest by the coaches, but at the same time there are young boys, young guys in this team, and also experienced player as well, coming from our Pro 12 sides.
7 St. John ambulance personnel are now accredited by World Rugby to provide medical assistance at all international games. And their first assignment will be the test match between Fiji and Italy tomorrow. Meli Tavanga has more.
These certified first aiders cannot wait to run on the field. Not to play but help the players perform without worrying about injuries and knowing they are in safe hands.
We want to have all our first aiders, whether they're staff or volunteers, members of our brigade, that they will all go through this training.
For 33-year-old Preeti Pranika, being recognized by World Rugby for her work is one of the finest moments in her career.
So happy to be part of IRB, and it was challenging for me.
For another, he cannot wait to run onto the field on Saturday.
There will be most famous rugby player will be playing out there, and we're looking forward to treat them if there will be any injuries.
All their hard work and sacrifices have been paid off. The 7 certified first aiders have been given the green light and will be the familiar faces in any sporting event. Meli Tabanga, FBC Sports.
More than 5,000 tickets have been sold for tomorrow's semi-finals of the Vodafone Fiji Fact. Reo plays Lambasa at 2 p.m. and Nandi meets Suva at 4:30 p.m. in Asori's Ratu Dakambao Park. Fiji Football Association Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says less than 3,000 tickets remain and fans should turn up early at the grounds tomorrow to avoid disappointment.
The reason why we're encouraging people to buy tickets early is because of Rewa Lambasa playing the first semi-final at 2:30. So all of it, one time we don't want thousands of fans at the gate, which will then cause some panic.
India put on a display of composed and confident batting to cruise into the final of the Champions Trophy with a 9-wicket victory over Bangladesh. Bangladesh won the toss and opted to bat and finished 264 for 7. In reply, India scored 265 for 1 to seal the match.
catch from Nemestania. A slower one, hit straight to mid-wicket, gone again. Oh, gone!
Oh, nice. Nice from Bumrah.
Oh, gone! Win for India. Well, that's going to be 4, which means India get the winning runs. He doesn't get the 100, but he's very happy. The 4th time India get into the finals of the Champions Trophy.
In today's Play of the Day, we're back at cricket's Champions Trophy. Pakistan's Fakhar Zaman not only started with the bat in hand, but also took a stunning catch to dismiss Moeen Ali as Pakistan booked its final spot.
In the air, this could be taken. Fielder makes the odds. Brilliant in the end, absolutely brilliant. Fakhar Zaman is the one who snaffles that one out of the air. And the 6th English wicket is down. Absolute stunning catch.
That's it from sports this evening. Catch weather later on with Angie. And in new media, take a look at one of the world's biggest gaming fairs that's currently on in Los Angeles. This and more coming up.
Bula, keron mai singatoka, keron do talita kana varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Kombinasyon ko lang do talita kana Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Kaya do silil tale, naguraramay na omanyi, nandunga. Gitu talita gini ang gitu pinasibale, nagudurong varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti na kuangga ni BNN.
In new media, one of the world's biggest gaming fairs has kicked off in Los Angeles with virtual reality technology stealing the spotlight. About 260 game makers from across the world are taking part in this year's Electronic Entertainment Expo. Angie joins us now with the latest in weather.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Thank goodness it's Friday, the day we love the most because it's the weekend. And to top it off, the weather was just so beautiful. Fantastic day for swimming. Looking at today in the west, it was generally fine with settled conditions throughout. Eastwards from Peck Harbor to Suva, there was a pure show of sunshine with a bit of clouds. And up in Vanua Levu, clouds covered the clear blue, but with no sign of any rain. Savu Savu was the coolest today at 26 degrees. At sea, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots with rough to very rough seas. And for the tides, high tide tonight will be at 11:55 with a low tide tomorrow morning at 5:59. Sunrise will be at 6:36. For tomorrow, it should be fine for the Fiji Fect semi-finals with only a slight chance of showers. Tomorrow's temps, Savu Savu will carry on with its coolness at 26 degrees. Looking ahead to Sunday, fine conditions will continue with few isolated showers. And that, Jackie, is FBC weather for tonight.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. On Fiji Impulse today, we asked, who do you think will win the test between the Flying Fijians and Italy tomorrow?
I think Fiji will win because we got a lot of experienced boys in our team, and we surely know that we can beat Italy.
I think Fiji team will gonna win because it will be his own ground.
Hope for Fiji, but we give our team that's touring to our country and we hope them the best because the Azuri, they got different kind of talents, and Fiji is their way. They played the last game with Australia. They were good. They made 2 tries.
Oh yeah, it's an untouchable team. Fiji is very good now. Tomorrow I'll be in the stadium. Tomorrow I'll watch Fiji versus Italy. Fiji will win the game.
It must be very close. Fiji lucky, maybe by 2 points.
Recapping the main stories, rugby continues to strive to put Fiji on world map. Removal of materials containing asbestos begins, and Fijian craft licenses for 51 women. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we are asking, can the Vodafone Flying Fijians beat Italy and Scotland? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, today's shot of the day shows us the venue of the Fiji versus Italy test match for tomorrow. This shot taken by Vash is of the Laudala venue, where Fiji will be looking at keeping its unbeaten home record intact against the Italians with a capacity crowd expected. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye for now.
Bula, kera mai singatoka, kera ndo tali taka na varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Kombinasyon mo tikola ndo tali taka na Radio Fiji 1 kina Domoy Viti.
Kaya kuyaga sila tali, nagurara may nawamanyi, nandunga. Gitu tali tagi yang gitu Venezuela, nagudurong varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 na Domoy Viti na bonga ni BNN.